Hello, here we have Wojtek, and we're going to go through a little demo of the spine concept and how to fit somebody properly under the right shape of a saddle. So Wojtek, if you could do for me real quick, just a very natural test of how flexible you are. So for me, just try to touch your toes, but I don't want you to be too flexible. I don't want you to stress yourself out. So to me, it looks like you're naturally quite flexible.
I think so.
And for that person, I would suggest a saddle like the Arione. The reason being, this has a very flat profile, it's very long, and it's narrow. The person that's very flexible is going to use their spine flexibility to get in over to that very aggressive position on the bike. And they're going to distribute their weight on their sit bones because of that. And because you distribute your weight on your sit bones, you have the ability to move back and forth on the saddle, and you're not going to put pressure on your perineum. You may also find the Interbike is a very comfortable saddle as well. This saddle's a little bit wider and has a little bit more shape to it. It's not quite as flat, but you still have the ability to move back and forth a little bit. Now, if, Wojtek, you were not flexible, for example, just in the case, you would find it to be very comfortable to sit on the Aliante. This person would rotate their pelvis forward dramatically, placing a lot of pressure on their genitalia area. Hence why in this saddle, there's pressure relief built into the base of the saddle. So we have 3 different shapes of the saddles for 3 different types of riders.
And that would be for men?
For men, and of course for women, but for women we do offer specific saddles. So for example, we have an Arione Donna, which is the same saddle that I suggested for you, but it's a little bit wider in the back to compensate for wider women's sit bones, and it's a little bit shorter because women don't need as much length. But it still gives the option of that flat profile and the ability to move back and forth on the saddle to maintain comfort throughout a long ride. Similarly to the Aliante, we have the Vesta for a woman. This has that saddle-like shape, that very hammock shape. It also incorporates wing flex, so you don't get any unwanted chafing on the sides. And there's also pressure relief built into the saddle. So for women and men, we both have several options. We make several saddles because there is no perfect saddle for one person.
And depends on the cycling discipline, you have different road or mountain bike. And what Versus line would be all about?
Versus are for those who have very sensitive soft tissue areas or very sensitive perineum, or that genitalia area that people talk about when fitting saddles. So all of our general shapes that we make come with a channel design where there is a cutout, but it's only built into the foam. So it provides necessary support, but also pressure relief in the saddle.
I will be different to the type.
Okay. And it's not made for everybody, but for certain people they need extra pressure relief, so this saddle's perfect. And that comes in all shapes. So that comes in the Arione shape, the Interbike shape, and the Aliante shape. For the most flexible rider, the in-between rider, and the least flexible rider.
I was just fit on a bicycle, and that's what I was told. Since I'm shifting my weight to avoid the pressure points on regular saddles, I was advised this kind of saddle from TZ.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.